want to share it with you. In my dream, I had witnessed a woman, thought she was a mom, even perhaps my mom, who was having a fight with her husband, and she threw a snowball at him. Well, I shared this event with someone, and to my dismay, they in return also shared the story. And they shared the story, and they shared the story. Kind of like in real life, isn't it? Well, I remember being horrified as people would come up over and over to talk to the person that I had talked about, that I had gossiped about. And they kept saying to her, "Have you thrown any snowballs lately?" Or, "Do you like throwing snowballs?" I was horrified. And I believe it was not that I was upset that uh, I had gossiped as much as that everyone was repeating it. Well, then the scene changed, and a woman I know knelt down next to me and shared a story about how she'd been hurt by someone that had talked about her. And I began to cry. I began to tear up, and it made me so upset that I told her I would tell everyone about how dangerous it is to gossip and to talk about others. Well, then I woke up. And so I thought about it yesterday. I kept thinking about gossip and what gossip was and how it affects others. And I noticed other people were posting about gossip. So I knew that this was a God moment and that He wanted me to talk about it. No, not about your gossip, about mine. If you've gossiped, you know what I'm talking about. You know that you've shared something. You had just this little small voice telling you not to do it, but you did it anyway. What is gossip? The dictionary says gossip is idle talk or rumor, especially about a person's private affairs. Sometimes we think, I'm just telling the truth. Well, then the question is why? I found these quotes. It said, anyone who will gossip to you will gossip about you. Gossip is saying behind their back what you would not say to their face. That was kind of like my dream. Why do people gossip? I found an article by Allison Polson. She has a PhD, unlike me. I have an Alanity, but not a PhD. And she said, gossip is often derogatory conversation about other people and can involve betraying a confidence and spreading sensitive information or hurtful judgments. And she also said, research shows that people who gossip the most have very high levels of anxiety. I know in my dream I did. I was horrified that people were coming up to the very person I gossiped about and telling her. Maybe not telling her that I said something, but certainly making innuendos and comments that would lead this person to know I had said something. Again, I wasn't upset about the fact that I gossiped. I was upset because someone was going to figure out that I gossiped. Well, she said they're generally people that are not popular. Ooh, that hurt. Well, okay, I know I'm not popular. But it said that they're not generally popular people and they are generally people that cannot be trusted. That hurts. I think we all want to believe that we're good people, that we can be trusted. But by spreading private information or negative judgments, it can become painful to those other people, and it reflects poorly on the gossiper. People who don't feel good about themselves temporarily feel better when they judge others negatively. It reminded me a little bit about an activity that took place when I was in, I think it was junior high or maybe grade school. Okay, let's face it, I don't remember where this activity took place, but I do remember taking part. And it was where someone had something and they whispered it into someone else's ear. And then they in turn whispered it into the next one, kind of in a circle. And in the end, the last person repeated it, only to find out what was written on the paper that was originally said completely different, wasn't it? Had you played that kind of game? Well, this reminds me a little bit of some of the things that are being said, many times untruthful things about President Trump and anyone connected with him. And I think as a rule, you can dismiss anything someone tells you if you know they don't like the person. How about that? This lady that I was reading said gossip shows others that the gossiper's insecure and mean-spirited, and it also leaves everyone involved feeling as if they'd eaten a bad apple. So, why do people gossip? To feel superior? Out of boredom? Out of envy? To feel like they're part of a group? Well, sometimes for attention. Out of anger or unhappiness? Proverbs 21:23 says, "Whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles." I know in my dream, I definitely felt in trouble. Ephesians 4:29, "Let no harmful word come out of your mouth, but only what is beneficial for building others up, according to the need, so that it gives grace to those who hear it." That was the TLV version. Ecclesiastes 10:20 says, "Curse not the king," in this case Trump. "No, not in thy thought, and curse not the rich in thy bedchamber. For a bird of the air shall carry the voice, and that which hath wings shall tell the matter." In other words, if you're going to say something about other people, even if you think it's secret, it's going to come out. I know that's true because it's happened to me. Proverbs 20:19, "He that goeth about as a talebearer revealeth secrets. Therefore meddle not with him that flattereth with the lips." God's telling us not to even associate with people who are doing that. I know I've been a gossiper, and I hope and pray people don't look at me like that, because I don't want to be someone God says not to be with. Proverbs 20:19, Contemporary English Version says, "Stay away from gossips. They tell everything." True, isn't it? Proverbs 11:13, "A talebearer revealeth secrets, but he that is of a faithful spirit concealeth the matter." So people can tell you things, but you should not repeat them. Gossiping shows others that gossipers are insecure and mean-spirited, just like I said. What did your mother tell you? And actually, this was from Aesop. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. So I took this to heart. I truly did. I've been thinking about this dream for 2 days now. And I hope and I pray that next time I feel like saying something about someone so that others will hear me have something to talk about, I hope I do this. How about you? Let's stop talking about others. Let's pray for them. Let's say only nice things. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Bye-bye now. If I can learn how to shut this off. Oh, there it is. Bye-bye.